Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Check Super here, and back. It's been almost 2 years since I last uploaded. My last upload was September 22nd, 2014, and now it's August, I don't know, August something, 2016. It's kind of crazy. It's almost been 2 years. I honestly never thought I would make a video ever again because I just didn't think I would make a video. I was lazy. I don't know. I just didn't think I was gonna make a video, and you know what? I actually have a story on how I actually, decided to want to make this video. Uh, so I was talking to my friend, right? Um, I'm not gonna give out her name. Her name shall be disclosed for now. But I was talking to a friend. Let's give her a name. Let's give her a name. Let's give her the name Emily. All right. So Emily. So I was talking to Emily, right? And she sent like a picture and it had like a bunch of questions on there, and one of the questions was, what would you like to be famous for? And I answered the question. I was like, you know what? I would actually really enjoy to be famous for YouTube, because YouTube is really, fun. And it's kind of, crazy that you can actually get famous on YouTube. Like obviously it's not the only reason I'm doing it. But, that kind of inspired me because she was like, dude, just do it then. Why don't you just make videos like well, even if you don't get famous and popular and whatever, then you could just, just make videos like whenever you're bored and whatever. I was like, no, you're kind of right. I should do that. And you know what? That's kind of why I'm making a video right now. Going into this, I honestly don't expect to have um, all of my 22 subscribers to be active. I actually don't expect any of them, honestly, to be active right now. But you know what? I just just wanna do this because I kind of feel like doing it, And I'm not really like loud or like energetic right now because it's kind of like 1 in the morning or something. I can't really be loud right now, or else my parents would kind of wake up. Like I live in the basement. I like personally like my room is in the basement, but my parents are upstairs, and my room is right under their room. So if I'm a little loud, then they can probably hear me. So that's kind of why this video kind of sounds bland. But I just wanted to make this video to tell you guys that I'm back, and because my friend Emily decided to help me out. So as my first video back, I thought I'd tell a little story. Oh my gosh, I thought I'd tell a little story. The story involves me and a friend. His name will obviously be disclosed because I'm not gonna give out anybody's name and whatever. But let's call him Joey. Joey will work. Yeah, Joey. All right. So we were in eighth grade. Me and Joey, we were having school and whatever. It was winter, and like we live really close to the school. So this was after school. We live pretty close to the school. We could just walk in. It was freezing cold. I don't know why I decided to walk home. I think it was like a basketball game at the time or something. I don't know. But I think we stayed. I don't know why we stayed. I don't know why we walked home, but whatever. So as we were walking home, we came across a creek, and the creek um, was frozen over. So then my idiot self was like, "Hey, I think it'd be a good idea to walk on that creek, because that's what every eighth grader, 14 years old, 15 years old, I don't know, 14, 15. Actually, I was 14 because right now I'm 15. Yeah, because every 14 or 13-year-old thinks that. So I was like, hey, let's walk on the creek. So then we decided to walk on the frozen creek, right? I actually fell twice. So the first time it was like just my leg, like we were walking on it and whatever, and I heard a crack, and I was like, oh damn. And then I took a next step, and then it just cracked, and my foot, my leg, my whole leg just fell in there. And I was like, oh my gosh! And then he picked me up and whatever. So then after the first time, for some reason, for some dumb reason, I still decided to walk on the ice. And I don't even know. I don't know why I kept deciding to walk on the ice and whatever. But I kept walking on there. And my friend Joey, he decided to kind of stray off the ice and like chill out, like because like right next to the creek there's like a grass area and whatever. Well, now it's not grass because it's kind of winter, but that there was like a grass area, and um and he was walking on there, and I started calling him a chicken. I was like, "Oh, you little chicken, come on, just walk on the lake, bro. It's nothing's gonna happen." And he's like, "Dude, you just fell." you just fell through, like your leg fell through like 5 seconds ago. What do you even mean?" And I was like, "Nah, dude, it's all good. Come on." And then I convinced him to walk on it again. Keep in mind, nothing happened to Joey. Everything just happened to me. It was, it was pretty funny. And then so we kept walking, and we were almost to the end. We were almost to the end, right? We were literally right there. I could feel it. I could feel just the end, and like so I can be in my safety. And I was almost there, and then I heard a crack. Like my friend Joey was already on the grass area, like where it's safe to walk. And I heard a crack, and then I looked up at him, and I looked up at him like with like, oh my gosh, with like with eyes of like I don't know how to describe this, like with eyes of hurt. Like I just looked hurt, like just to see that. And then I looked up at him, and then I took another step, and I tried walking really fast to like the other side to be safe and whatever. And that kind of didn't work, and I ended up like the whole thing just decided to crack, and then I fell in with my backpack, and all everything just fell in except for my head. And I'm actually really glad that my head didn't fall in, or else I probably would have been screwed. But everything fell in, and like he saved my backpack first. Yeah, thanks Joey for saving my backpack first instead of me. So he saved the backpack first, and then he decides to come back. Not really come back. He just reaches out his hand for me. And then after he takes me out. Joey takes me out of the lake and whatever, or the creek. Sorry. He After that, I'm all like super drenched, and it's like super cold, and I have to walk in like really cold weather. And after that, Joey takes me out, and then I have to walk home in like super cold weather, and it's like it's not fun. Honestly, it's really not fun at all. And it was just, I don't know, man. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, that's the story. And then after that, I had to walk home, and I was drenched, dude. I was super like, oh my gosh, I'm not it. Never mind. And then after that, when he takes me out, I'm like drenched, like I'm drenched, dude. Like everything is wet. And then I get home, and luckily, really luckily, nobody's home. And then I just run downstairs. I take off all of my clothes, and then I put it into the dryer and the washer and whatever, or the washer and then the dryer, and then I put on some new, fresh, warm clothes. It felt so good to get into warm clothes because I just walked home from super cold weather. Like it's super cold, and it makes it even worse that like everything is like drenched in like ice water. It wasn't fun at all, but it was a really funny memory though. I'm kind of glad that happened because it was really funny. But you know, that's the story, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And that's it. Bye, guys. And then he takes me out, and then I have to walk home, and then we have to walk home. Sorry, in like super cold weather. But it's even worse for me because I'm like drenched. Like I am drenched in this super cold lake. I mean, super cold creek ice water, dude. And it was just like it was so bad. But it was whatever. And then I get home, right? Get home, and super luckily there's nobody home. I run downstairs into the basement, and I take off my wet clothes. I put them into the washer, and then I put on some beautiful dry clothes. And oh my gosh, it felt so good to put on some dry clothes and not be like super super cold. And yeah, that's the story of how I fell into the lake. that's And yeah, that's the story of how I fell into the lake. It was a pretty dumb story, but honestly, oh my gosh, but honestly, I'm kind of happy that it happened because I made a funny memory, and it was just an awesome time. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Um, uh, like this video, if you liked it, whatever. Comment down below if you want to, if you wanna. And then yeah, he picked me up out of that like super crazy, super cold water. And I was drenched, dude. And then I had to walk home all drenched, and then Joey was all dry. Like, I don't even know why everything happened to me. That was really lame, but, it's whatever. And, oh my gosh. And, I walked home. I got home. Luckily, there was nobody home, so there was nobody to yell at me for, walking into the creek. Falling into the creek and whatever. So, yeah, after that, I got home. I put my clothes in the washer. And then I ran into my room and I put on some dry clothes because that just felt so amazing to have dry clothes on, like after having like wet clothes that were like super insanely cold. It was just an amazing feeling. And, Joey went home unharmed. He just kind of pulled me out, maybe pulled a shoulder, not really, but he was really unharmed, and I was the only one that got the karma for some reason. Because of my idiot self deciding to walk on it, even after I fell in there twice. But yeah, it was still a really funny story to tell at school, dude. Everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, dude, tell him the story." Joey was like, "Dude, tell him the story, tell him the story," and I like became famous for a little bit. It was really cool. And yeah, that's the story of how I fell into a lake or creek, a frozen creek, and yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. If you guys like this video, then leave a like, comment down below if you guys would like, and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. That'd be amazing. Any support would be really good. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching.